how about the assignment for Alec Bouchard? Gets the top of the lineup for LSU. If you're just joining us, LSU has won 7 of its last 8, 18 of its last 24. And coming here to the postseason looked very much like the preseason number 14 in the country. Strike one pumped in with that fastball from Bouchard to Michael Braswell. He was 0 for 3 with a ground out, pop out, and strikeout. The South Carolina transfer came through in a major way for the Tigers in Hoover. It's the breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Pretty even splits for Bouchard against righties and lefties. Ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, down and away. Bouchard pitched a couple of times in the SoCon tournament. 5 2/3 innings total. Gave up 5 earned runs. Two. Braswell skies one to left. Back toward the wall and gone! 1-run game in the 8th inning. Jay Johnson told us this week Michael Braswell hitting this well in the leadoff spot has taken us to a new level.
Well, he gets a breaking ball, this one over the heart of the plate. And boy, Braswell didn't miss it and knew it right off of the bat, hitting it over the scoreboard to left center field. My goodness, what power.
And now Tommy White in a 1-run game. We welcome those of you who are watching this on Squeeze Play. You have picked a great game to tune into. Gabby Sanchez, Mike Monaco, Wofford, LSU. Terriers up 3-2 on the reigning champs in the 8th inning. 2-0 on Tommy White, who in his return to the Triangle in North Carolina, where the legend was born, has been held in check. A fly out to left, a strikeout swinging, and a ground out to short. LSU's got some momentum. 2-0. That's down to White, 3-0.
Bouchard, it's going to be interesting here to see if he can get back into that zone. The freshman, this crowd has come alive.
In the Chapel Hill Regional. 3-0. And White with a perpetual green light pops it up toward Tyler Hare for the first down. Crisis averted for the freshman reliever Alec Bouchard. Well, here comes Jared Jones, and you're not out of the woods once you get past Tommy White, because this is what Jones did Sunday, a 471-foot home run in Hoover.
My, just powerful backside coming through that baseball. And that ball just absolutely disappeared.
They call him Bear. Might be the best bear since Carmi was working on Italian beef. Jared Jones takes strike 1 at the knees. He's had a good day at the plate. Walk, pull side single, walk for the 253-pound first baseman. Bouchard's 0-1. Is a strike, 0-2. If you're just joining us, it's a Wofford bullpen that doesn't have defined roles. Don't have a true setup guy. Don't have a true closer. And it is a very young pitching staff for the first-year head coach, J.J. Edwards, who today didn't start his #1 starter or his #2 because they both started 2 games each in the conference tournament when Wofford had to play 7 games in 5 days. But Branton Little gave them a gem over 5 shutout. 1-2. 2-2 on Jones. And so it's been sophomore freshmen who have pitched for Wofford in the program's second ever trip to the tourney.
Against that lineup of LSU and what they were able to do and what they've been able to do so far in this game.
This is driven in the air to right center field. Tied! Bear with a blast, and it's 3-3 in the 8th inning. What a swing from Jared Jones. 2 batters after Michael Braswell. And now the umpires are coming together here, and pitching coach Pat Brown has come onto the field as well. Jared Jones with a look of sort of disbelief and wonder as he looks back out at the field. Did you catch anything?
I didn't, because I was looking at the ball, and the only thing I can think of is, did he do something with that home run where he carried the bat? I'm not sure. I mean, you're talking about a regional here in a big-time situation, big-time moment.
Jay Johnson, the LSU head coach, comes out, gets an explanation here from the umpires, including home plate umpire Kellen Levy. Now J.J. Edwards comes out as well, and let's see if we saw anything here.
I'll tell you this, what an impressive swing there.
Telling him to go. Jones looking back.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that one there. He hits that ball. You got to understand, this is a regional. The score at that point is 3-2. He just tied up that game, and he's just trying to pump up his own teammates. And boy, he's got a ton of power to be able to drive that ball backside. I got nothing wrong with that. He didn't look at the other team. He didn't look at the pitcher. He wasn't doing anything negative towards anybody, just trying to pump up his own team.
So 3-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out here at Chapel Hill. Jared Jones admired. Kellen Levy right behind him. Jones looked back in that direction, but then it seemed like motioning toward his dugout.
Yeah, he was motioning towards his own dugout, talking to his own teammates, trying to pump them up, letting them understand, hey, we just tied this ball game up right here.
Well, we'll get a pinch hitter here in the spot of originally Josh Pearson, who was pinch hit for by Ethan Fry. Then Paxton Kling came in defensively in that spot, and now here comes the rookie from Sulphur, Louisiana, Jake Brown. 3-3 our score. Sawed-off foul on Brown, who's got an .853 OPS and 75 ABs. Coming off an SEC tournament where he was 5 for 12 with a double and a home run against South Carolina in the first meeting, and drove in a couple. Ball and a strike against Bouchard. Jay Johnson told us Jake Brown, of those 3 outfielders, is probably the most talented. So they went to him as Hoover wore on. The 1-1 just misses. 2-1. How about the LSU response with the big fly these last couple innings?
You look at it, 5 hits, 3 of them leaving the ballpark.
2-2. LSU had 2 hits the first 6 innings. They have 3 home runs in the last 2 frames.
Listen, coming into at the end of that season, they had 105 home runs. So you knew that this team could hit homers.
Full count.
And it's on display right now. And one of the guys who you would think who hit the home run would be Tommy White. And he hasn't been very quiet today.
1 out, nobody on in a tie game, and Jake Brown trying to get aboard. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Bouchard uses the great fastball to nab out number 2 here in the 8th inning. Really interesting out in the bullpen for Wofford. That is their number 1 starting pitcher, Zach Cowan, who we told you made 2 starts in the conference tourney. They met with the trainers last night. They said, let's give him 1 more day. Would start tomorrow if he's not used here. Aiden Travinsky bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Travinsky always a threat to leave the yard.
Yeah, you would got to think that, you know, the way that Wofford is playing this one is if they get into that 9th inning, they're able to score a run in the top.
Lays to third, and Dixon Black snares it and ends the inning. J.J. Edwards told us he thinks Dixon Black is the best defensive third baseman in the country. Keeps it a 3-3 game and sends us to the 9th. Michael Braswell got it going first, and then Jared Jones, Bear, tied us up in Chapel Hill. Regional opener, and LSU has used the big fly to come back. Bottom of the 9th, 3-3, and Monster Milam, who homered his last time in the 7th, leads off against Alec Bouchard. Milam went to left field, leading off the 7th. 2-0 here in the 9th. Last 25 NCAA tournaments. LSU's got 10 walk-off wins. That's tied with Vanderbilt for the most over that span. Trying to look at another. That is called a ball. 3-0 on Stephen Milam. It feels like he's been built for moments like this.
Well, we saw Tommy White swing at a 3-0 pitch. See if Milam does it too.
Takes, getting chance of monster. Michael Braswell said this week, shoot, when I was a freshman, I batted 185 in SEC play. We've got Steven hitting walk-off home runs in the craziest game possible in the SEC tournament. Fouled away, full count.
Boy, he got a good pitch there, and he was trying to duplicate what he did in that tournament with a walk-off here.
Facing the hard-throwing Bouchard. Jay Johnson's team has homered 3 times the last 2 innings. Trailed a couple of times in this game by 2. And have never led. 3-2. Stephen Milam had, in the words of Jay Johnson to us, an awful fall. They gave him a 1-pager and in a meeting said, this is what you need to do to be a great player. Stephen Milam came back from winter break and checked every single box. Didn't start on opening day, but really has been great since. 3-2. Did go through his woes in the first half of SEC season, but has turned into a different guy. Jay Johnson has said he's been unrecognizable the last 5 weeks.
Hey, I'm seeing him just let that ball just travel a little bit more, and this is why. They're playing him deep, everything pull side. He has that third base area completely open.
Fouls another away.
And you can see every single swing, it's almost like he's just trying to shoot that ball down that third base line, trying to just get on base. And if he's able to shoot something down that third base line, he can get himself into scoring position.
We welcome those of you watching on Squeeze Play. 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th. 3-2. Milam launches! Right field! Toward the wall! And gone! A legend is born! innings to fight off Wofford and move to the winner's bracket. This kid is something.
Wow. I mean, they needed a big hit in the 7th when he was up first and he delivered a homer. Then he switches around, goes to the left side. And boy, he delivered the biggest hit so far for LSU. My goodness, walk-off homer. Wow.
Did it not just seem like he was built for this moment?
I mean, you've talked about it. Gets the fastball, and boy, absolutely hammers it. It was high, too. As that ball was leaving, I said, whoa, is it too high? But boy, he showed the power. Ball out, hand up. LSU winning this ball game off of home runs.
And you saw the hair for Stephen Monster Milam. Just in the last few days, cooked up that special dew for this big stage. Jay Johnson said to his pregame, we all have choices. Well, the choice to go to Monster Milam has been fantastic for LSU, who is moving on and will get the winner tomorrow night of tonight's second game. North Carolina, the #4 national seed, against Long Island.